is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And I know it has been quite some time since the last time I posted up a video, but it's been busy for me, busy life. And I've just had not as much time to go out and look for Hot Wheels and make videos. But I thought I would come back in and start with something that is pretty interesting. Now, as we all know, recently there have been exclusives that have been found at Best Buy. And unfortunately in my area, we haven't been able to find any of those Best Buy cases dropped off at any of the Best Buys. So I fortunately went online, saw that they were selling them through their online site. And so that's what we have right here. So if you're seeing this case code right here, this is the case code HJP27993NB. That is the case code for the Best Buy exclusives. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get it cracked open. So let me come in here with my Ulu. Try not to bump it around too much here as I'm cracking her open. I was really interested in the exclusives from this set just because there's a couple of the Ryu Asadas in there, and I really love the Ryu Asada designs. And I just was having no luck looking anywhere to find any of these exclusives anywhere. So it can be difficult in really high concentration areas where there's a lot of people hunting for die-cast. And if you're not at the right place at the right time, you really just struggle trying to find anything in this area. So let's go ahead and tip this over, take a look at what's in here. I think it's no surprise for most people, but what I'm really after in this box is not just the exclusives, but it's another one of the castings. Let me try not to tip these out as I'm tipping it over, so you can see how they come packaged in here. And it's not just the exclusive castings in here that I was after. Yeah, those are the ones that I would like to find, but the number one reason that I picked this case up, this is end case, was this guy right here. And this has been a super elusive casting to find in my area. I've seen, probably 50, 60 end cases worth of end case spread throughout Targets, Walmarts, Dollar Trees, you name it, around my area. But I'm always too late to the party. I get there and it's usually fantasy castings left, which means there's definitely a lot of people hunting for these cars. So there it is. It is the end case regular treasure hunt, the 98 Subaru Impreza 22B in this beautiful white enamel. And this is probably one of my favorite treasure hunts to date, simply because it's a JDM, but it's also a 22B. And I was a 22B owner at one time in my life. And so I'm always gonna have a soft spot in my heart for these 22Bs, but simply awesome. But let's go ahead and take a look at what actually comes in this case. It is an end case assortment, so I'll go ahead and take those out and show you. And of course, you're gonna have the custom Chevy, the nice little art design on it with the T on the top. Really nice casting. I saw this a couple of times in stores and didn't pick it up. And I was kind of glad to see it in this case assortment because I knew it was one that I wanted to get, but I had passed it over to the point where now I couldn't even find them if I wanted to because they've moved on to the Q case and there's very little remnants of N case left in my area. So nice little car to have. And here's another one that was just like that. And of course it is the Koenigsegg Gemera in this beautiful, almost like a burnt orange color. And I know a lot of you guys have seen these and you're like, hey, why are you showing us cars we've seen that are like 2 months old? But you know what? For somebody who hasn't really seen this case assortment in its completion, especially coming from Best Buy, you're gonna get an idea of what comes in here. Now, as far as I know, there's no possibility of finding a super treasure hunt in these cases. And I didn't expect to, and that wasn't the purpose of this. I was after the exclusives that come in here, as well as the treasure hunt, because I knew I was not going to find either in the wild. Next up's a pretty popular one right now. I've passed this one up a couple of times and then regretted it because when I did go back to find it, it wasn't, anywhere to be found. So It's the 62 Corvette Gasser. I think we're going to see this in different colors in the future. I think this is a casting that Hot Wheels is going to probably want to keep using in the future. And it looks really good in this root beer metal flake. Really nice, but you know, it's one that people are sleeping on, and it's probably one of the nicer castings out of the end case, and I'm glad I have it in my collection now. All right, next couple, let me pull them out of here, and it looks like I got two more supercars. And here you go. You got this nice, beautiful Lotus. How do you say it? Avija. Either way, it's a Lotus. It's green. It looks good. I'm glad we got it. And probably the jewel out of the end case, beside from the Super Treasure Hunt and the Treasure Hunt, would be this baby right here. And this is one I'm really anticipating in the white version that's going to be coming out here. I think either the B or C case in 2023. And of course, it's the Pagani Zonda R. All right, let's grab another stack out of here and take a look. I can see some of the exclusives right there. There's the nice Maxima. I've got a couple of those already, but I think I'm going to open one of these and see if we can't customize it, do a little wheel swappage. Another nice one. And of course, its partner in crime inside the case, it is the Volvo 240 Drift, so two drift casts in the same car. Not a JDM, but it is set up in a drift stance, and it's kind of unique to see a Volvo as a drift car, but hey, they pulled it off. It looks great, so pretty cool. First fantasy cast of the end case that they packed in here, and it is the Max Steel. And to me, this is going to be kind of, I think, the heir apparent to the Bone Shaker. This is not a Larry Wood design. Larry Wood, of course, designed the Bone Shaker, but I think this is one we might see as the future Bone Shaker, meaning people are going to start really picking up on this car. I definitely love it, and I think I'm going to start collecting this one just like I did the Bone Shaker. So a nice start to this collection, the Max Steel. All right, so here we go. Here's some of the exclusives. And this one is probably my favorite of the exclusives. And of course, it is a Ryu Asada design. And we remember this back from, I believe, the B or the C case in 2022 as the Super Treasure Hunt. But this is the first of the exclusives out of the Best Buy exclusives. And it's this beautiful Dodge van with the Hot Wheels Cartco, the service parts, and all of the Ryu Asada touches that you would want to see on this car. And it's really great. This blue looks really, really nice. I'm looking at it in the light. I don't know if it does it justice in the video, but man, what a great looking car. All right, next up, another one people are sleeping on. You shouldn't. And it's this bad boy right here. This is the Lancia Delta Integrale. Lancias are big in Europe. They are a competitor against a lot of our smaller, compact, sportier cars like our Mazda 3s. And, well, that's not really ours. That's Japan. But maybe more along the lines of our Ford Focus, like the STs and stuff like that. But don't sleep on these Lancias, man. These are absolutely awesome cars, and I just love the setup of this one. So I'm definitely be looking for future colors on that one. And then here we go. Here's the second one of the exclusives. This corner's a little beat up down here, but that's all right. It's going to go on the wall, and needless to say, to me, it's how nice the car looks in the package, not necessarily the package. I'm not collecting the package. So really nice in this white enamel. Of course, we've already seen this in a few colors. I believe there was an orange and there was a black, and now we have this beautiful white one. And this one probably is the best one in white, because white really shows off all the lines of this car, and you can see all the detailing and the mold. Just a really, really nice car to check out. But that's the second one of our exclusives. All right, let's go ahead, grab row number 3 right here. And hey, here's another one too. I think people are kind of sleeping on this one. And this is an older cast as far as a Hot Wheel cast. This isn't a new one that we've seen just for 2022. We saw it, of course, last year in the Super Treasure Hunt, the green Spectre Flame with the flames on it. But this is really, really nice. It's a stock car setup, and this blue enamel was a perfect pick for this. It's, of course, the Castrol livery, so it's in the Castrol colors. And to me, it's one of the gems also from the end case, and I'm really hoping to see some more colors of this one coming up in future cases in 2023. All right, guys, so here we go. Here is the third one that is coming out of the Best Buy exclusives, and it's this adorable little guy right here. It's the Custom 70 Honda N600. I have all of the colors up to date on this one. I believe there is a white, a yellow, and then you also have the teal blue. But this one, I think, by far in this red, this is absolutely my favorite. These are great little cars. I saw these when I was in Japan. This is like a little commuter car that you would see a lot, especially in some of the older neighborhoods where you see the people still driving cars from the 1970s and 1960s. And, you know, it's just really neat to see Hot Wheel making these and bringing this car back to life, because it's kind of a forgotten about model in the Honda lineup. So it's really good to see the N600 again, and especially as an exclusive and in this beautiful red. And then, of course, I think everybody's favorite that came out of the N case, and it is this beauty right here, the red Toyota Supra from the Then and Now. Of course, we know we're going to see the GR Supra as its future model that came out a little bit later. I believe it's in the queue where we see that one. So we get the Now, and this is the Then, but this is an absolutely beautiful car. I really hope we get some more colors of this in the future. This one's got a little bit of a messed up wheel in there, but you know what? It's nothing major. I think that sometimes these little flaws that you find in these cars is what makes it yours, and it's yours and unique. So really cool. Glad they threw this one into this assortment. All right, here we go. Going into the next row. I'm going to try to go a little bit quicker on these because we got a lot of fantasies coming up. There we go. We got the twin mill. That's a twin mill 3. Another great one here. We got this nice, beautiful 2018 Camaro SS. Love it, love it, love it. Great colors. It's got that nice metallic green. Great car. This is my favorite Camaro, though, out of this set, and it is this guy right here, this 69 Camaro convertible. Home run. Home run. Absolute home run with this one. Love it. I love the detail. I love the way they captured what you would see in this beautiful vintage 69 Camaro. If you saw one of these rolling down the street, for one, you're probably looking at about $150,000 car if it's an original SS 69 Camaro. But it's just awesome. These stand the test of time, and I love the looks and the body of these Camaros. All right, let's keep going. Next one we got. This is a really cool cast. We've seen this a few times throughout 2022. This is the yellow. I believe we've seen it also in red. And I think there was the exclusive color, if I'm not wrong. It was in the white. We saw that as a GameStop exclusive. But this yellow is, you know what? It's not my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really a big fan of this mustard color and these wheels. Hot Wheels, if you're watching this, look, I like that you're putting these big off-road tires on off-road vehicles. We can envision that they have gone through the mud. We don't need you to do that for us. They look silly. They look like chocolate wheels. Like if I was gonna buy a chocolate candy bar, I'd have chocolate wheels like this. But that's my gripe. But the casting itself is great, except for this horrific mustard yellow. But yeah, still a really cool casting. And then this one, probably one of the older Ryu Asadas that he designed, but definitely one of his best as well. And it's this beautiful 1990 Acura NSX. This would have been, I think, the second year, 89 being the first, but this is when they still had the pop-up headlights, and this was just what everybody was oohing and ahhing about back in the early 90s as Honda created their very first sport model with that mid-engine in there, and it's just iconic now in Japan. Just to see these rolling around is absolutely just nostalgia for me. I see a few in my area, and it's just one of those cars where you're like, wish I had it, wish I had it. All right, here's one I've passed up quite a few times. I've seen it. Not a big fan of this one. I know that it's awesome that GMC made a Hummer that's electric. I'm not really a fan of Hummer, whether it's electric or if it's a traditional, because I had to ride around in one for a long time, the H1s that the military used, and I'm going to tell you right now, it is not the most comfortable ride, and it's not appealing to me. But hey, you know what? For some people, hey, good. All right. Okay, here's a couple more that you know, we're going to get these in every case. It seems like there's about 50 Batmans in every single case. But this gold one's pretty cool. I like how they did this. I love the stylings. It really looks neat, and I'm really kind of glad that they put that one out like that. So it's different. It's not yet another black one. And this is probably the most perfect of the Arkham Asylum Batmobiles. This fits the mold. It's this beautiful purple, and it's not a Spectra flame, but it definitely is a metal flake. But it looks really good. And out of all of them that have come out so far, I'm going to say, you know, if I had to get a Batman casting, this is one that I would want in this color because it looks fantastic. All right, moving on. Let's go down a little bit here. And here we go. We got another one of these Volvo Estates in the end case. I'm glad they went black. Some of the other colors that they've had just kind of drowned out what was going on in the car, like the green. But the black one, you know, it just kind of fits. It looks good for what they were trying to do with this. It's a stance ride. Again, it's a Ryu Asada. But they do a real good job with this one. And I know this is not everybody's first go-to when they see it on the, you know, pegs. But hey, it's a decent casting. It's a Ryu Asada design. And, you know, once this one gets retired, we're not going to see that. And that goes for all of his castings. We really have to really appreciate a lot of the hard work he did. And so I'm glad they put that one out. Here we go, Lightning Bug. It's got one of those fun features. Not sure what it is. Not sure that I care. Next up, grab this one when Encase first came out, but of course we got another Shelby Cobra 427. You know what, Hot Wheels? You can make this car in any color you want. You could put this in every case assortment, and I would buy it. Love this little Shelby. I've got a nice little collection of them. I think this one put me at, I want to say 13, but they can keep making them. Just like the Bone Shaker. Keep pumping them out. You put them in a case, I'm going to be looking for this Shelby. And then, I didn't know this till recently, but this is not a fantasy model. This is the Lucid Air, and Lucid is the company that makes it. It is a licensed model, and I have seen my first Lucid now twice. I saw one in a white that looked just like this, and I saw one that was silver. So it was kind of weird. I didn't really know that was a real car, but now that I do, I really appreciate that they're kind of looking for these kind of independent car companies and getting them into their lineup. All right, we got another one of the art cars with the Dodge. I think we saw one of these in every other case throughout 2022. They kind of got saturated. I know that they're really trying to, you know, put these art cars together each year to create the little messages, but man, quit ruining the awesome castings like the Dodge Charger. No, I'm kidding, Hot Wheels. It looks good. You know, I like to see my muscle cars with the really simplistic, you know, single paint jobs or, you know, flames, something like that that says muscle, but I can live with this. It's still a Dodge Charger, and I'm gonna keep it. Then we got this guy right here, the Donut Drifter. Yep, enough said. And then I like this little guy right here. I really love this little tuned 83 Chevy Silverado in the blue. I have that one on my wall of trucks, and I think I'm going to add this one to it. It's pretty cool. What a great casting to tune. The Silverado is you know, the iconic Chevy truck like the Ford F-150 or Ford F-100. This is Chevy's workhorse, and I think it's really cool that they made it into a tuned model, and that color is just awesome. What else can you say, right? All right, here we go. I'm trying to keep the box from tipping over, so I'm going to be very careful. All right, we got this beautiful recolor of the BMW R9T Racer. I've started getting a little collection of motorcycles going, so I do already have the RT9 Racer, but I think this one's going to go to a good home. It's going to go probably about 50 feet from here upstairs in Cade's room. He's got a little collection of motorcycles, and he's definitely going to love having this one. The motorcycles are making a comeback, guys. Keep an eye out. I think we got some nice bikes coming out in 2023, so kind of excited. All right, and last but not least in the actual exclusives is this guy right here, and this is probably the best of the 4 exclusives, and it's the Porsche 935 in this beautiful orange. This is the one that really made me want to get the exclusives. I do love the Rio Asada Dodge van. I love the N600. Of course, I love the McLaren, but this is the one that I really was after because this is an absolutely gorgeous car. I love the paint scheme. I love this Bill Stein livery, and everything they did with this is just simply awesome. So good job, Hot Wheels. Good paint selection. Best Buy, you lucked out. You got probably one of the castings of the year as your exclusive, and I think that everyone is going to be coveting this one, especially those who collect the Porsches. They're going to want to have this one in their collection. All right, let's round out these last few. Nothing real amazing here. Let me get this box down and out of the way before it crashes down on everything. Last few castings. We got another Borla truck. It is, of course, the 19 Chevy Silverado Trail Boss LT. I have a few of these. I have the black one and some of the other Borla livery vehicles they've been coming out with. So, I passed on it, but it came in the case, so I guess I'll keep it. And I'll throw it up on the wall with the other Borlas. Not something that I would covet, but hey, you know what? I have it in hand now. It's going to go on the wall. Now this one, on the other hand, is definitely one that I picked up early on in the end case as well, and then this will make number 2, and that's this beautiful 47 Chevy Fleetline with the Moon Eyes livery. Now, anything Moon Eyes is money, but when they threw it on a 47 Fleetliner like this, man, it's just gangster. That's a gangster car. I don't care what you say, that is a gangster car, and it's set up like it's a gangster car. It's got that beautiful matte black, and this is another winner. Really glad they went this way, and the Moon Eyes livery is just a cherry on top. So really, really cool. And then this one is one that I really like this, even though it's a fantasy, and I don't get a lot of fantasy castings, but this is one I'm starting to kind of look for, and it is the Driftsta. It's because I love the way that they set these up, and I love the just crazy paint jobs they're throwing on this car. So I think what I want to do is I want to do some customization on some of these, and I want to turn these into like a little drift fleet. So I'll probably do some wheel swaps on these, throw some real riders on there, and turn this thing into like a mad looking mad scientist drift car. Little reference to Jesse from Fast and Furious, but do something with this because you know what, it's still a pretty cool looking casting. So I'm gonna have to backtrack, find a few of the other Driftstas that have come out, and see what I can't do about building a little fleet of these. And last but not least, and this is the one that what hold on a second. Well, I wasn't sure if this was even possible. It's not. It's a fake out. But anyway, we got the Audi Avant RS2, and it's, you know, look, any Audi, anytime, yes, please. I will definitely take the Audis any day of the week. I'm looking at this, and I don't think I'm faked out, because now that I'm looking closer, guess what, guys? This is the Super. This is the Super. Holy cow. I did not think you could pull a Super treasure hunt inside of these little cases from Best Buy, but guess what, guys? There it is. I'm looking right now. Yep, those are Real Rider tires. Super, super cool. Wow, talk about unexpected. There's the little TH right there on the back. Let me bring it up here so you guys can see that. Wow, how unexpected is that? First Super treasure hunt pull of the year, and it comes out of a case I was not even expecting. I did not set that up, guys. You guys saw me open that sealed case. My son's sitting here in awe. He can't believe that we just pulled this Super. Wow, man. Wow. Okay. I was coming after the awesome Subi, and I got the exclusives, and what do you know? I pulled the Super. Wow. Okay, so I think I've said wow about 15 times now. That's about 4 wows too many. But yeah, that is simply awesome. So yeah, there it is, guys. Now you can go out, maybe buy some of these cases. They are online still as of today through bestbuy.com. And now I've shown you, you can get a super in these cases. They're half cases. And also, I want to touch on this. Part of the giveaway, or not giveaway, but part of the Hot Wheels promotion for this case is the fact that you can get the exclusive Subaru Bug Eyes edition through Mattel Creations by getting 20 cars through Best Buy. So 20 castings that you purchase through Best Buy. You have to take those cars, of course, out, send back the card backs and your proof of purchase with your original receipt plus $7, and you can get that exclusive Bug Eyes. But yeah, so let me do a little quick highlight on the heavy hitters from the case. And our unexpected heavy hitter that came out of this case, I'm still a little bit in shock. I did not think it was a possibility, but we now know that it is. So get out there, guys. Take a look in your Best Buys. You can get a super treasure hunt inside. I'm looking for the other, oh, where did I put it? I'm looking for the other exclusive out of the 4 here so that I can show these to you again one more time. And I'll get them all up here on camera so that we can, there he is. All right, there we go. So there's your 4 exclusives, the N600, the Porsche 935, the McLaren F1, and of course that beautiful, beautiful Hot Wheels art car. But not to be overshadowed by the fact that in that half case, we got the treasure hunt and the super treasure hunt. Super, super cool. And Cade wants to show off his favorite, so I'm gonna let him pop this one in here and show you what his case favorite was. So he's gonna pop that into the camera. Yep, he loves that Gangster Moon Eyes too. I don't blame him even a little bit. Moon Eyes is definitely one of the things he loves. We have a few Moon Eyes in here in the room, and he loves this one. But we're kind of being shocked together. Glad you guys got to see that with me. First super treasure hunt of the year. So I'm gonna basically stop talking and let you guys just marvel in the beauty of a super treasure hunt that came out of a Best Buy online case. There it is. So until next time, it's Super JDM Diecast.
And Cade.
Saying,
My name is Jeff.
my name is Jeff. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.